Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. Asterisk, after that terrifying encounter, Michael and I returned home, exhausted. My body felt drained of energy, but my mind felt even heavier. The copycat's final whispers still echoed in my head, haunting me every second. I could never forget the glowing green eyes in the hollow of the tree, nor could I deny that they had never disappeared. The following days, I lived in constant anxiety. During the day, I tried to act normal, doing small tasks to keep my mind busy. But when night fell, the house became cold again, and I began to hear familiar sounds. Footsteps, soft knocks on the door, and sometimes my mother calling my name, gentle but with a hint of horror. I knew it was recovering, trying to find a way back. Michael stayed patiently by my side, continuing to research the notebook and other documents. One night, he confided that there might be only one way to permanently seal the entity: to sacrifice something tied to the strongest memory of the victim it had chosen. He believed that I was the key, since it had followed my mother's voice to deceive me. Hearing that, my heart ached. Was I going to have to give up my most cherished memory in exchange for safety? I sat silently in my room, looking at an old photo of me and my mother when I was young. Her gentle eyes, her warm smile, all of it comforted me and pained me at the same time. I knew that if I held on to this memory, the copycat would use it to control me. But if I gave it up, I would lose a part of my soul, the last link to the warmth of my family. That night, I couldn't sleep, struggling between love and survival. The next morning, Michael prepared the final rites. We took the picture, the salt, the candle, and the holy water, and returned to the tree. I was trembling, but my heart was filled with determination. The darkness was thick, as if it knew we were coming. As we entered the clearing, a hoarse laugh echoed everywhere, and then a familiar figure appeared. It was still my mother, with dark eyes, holding out her hand invitingly. I burst into tears, but this time I was not as weak as before. I placed the picture in the salt circle, lit the candle, and recited the prayer with Michael. Immediately, the fire flared up fiercely, illuminating the entire area. The mimic screamed, his body twisted, rushing forward, but was blocked by the circle of light. I threw the picture into the fire, my heart torn apart. In the moment the picture burned, the familiar voice fell silent, replaced by a scream that shook the entire forest. The black shadow gradually disappeared. The glowing blue eyes extinguished. The tree cavity shook and closed as if it had never existed. The silence returned, only the wind blowing through the trees. I fell to my knees, tears streaming down my face, but this time not from fear, but from loss. I knew that I had sealed it away, but at the same time I had also given up the most cherished memory of my life forever. Michael put his hand on my shoulder, his eyes tired but warm. He said that we had made it, that I had escaped. But deep down, I still heard a void echoing in my heart. I no longer heard the familiar voice, no longer saw the ghostly figure around the house, but at night, every time I looked into the woods, I still felt a pair of eyes watching me. Maybe it had disappeared, or maybe it was just sleeping, waiting for another day. My story did not end in complete peace. It ended with sacrifice, with pain, and with liberation. And sometimes, when I walk through the forest, I still, silently, remind myself that there are mysteries in the dark that should not be touched. Because once you hear a familiar voice echoing from a place that cannot be real, you will know that it is too late to turn back. Stay tuned for the next episode to discover more creepy secrets hidden behind stories that seem to be just rumors.